Binky Wrestles with the Story is exactly the kind of episode of Arthur I would have loved when I was the target audience age, and I quite enjoyed it now. This is the first segment of the first episode of the 25th and final season, and in this one, everybody in Mr. Ratburn's class is going to be shadowing a different professional, and Binky has been paired to shadow Buster's mother while she's working on the newspaper. And for most of the episode, he finds it really boring and he's not interested at all. Now, the things he finds boring, I actually quite find quite fascinating. I think anybody who's ever had any interest in journalism or print media will actually find it interesting. But he's given some advice on how to make things that are boring actually seem quite interesting. Now, to be honest, I don't really agree with the advice. I don't want to say what it is, and I don't want to spoil it, but I don't necessarily agree with that advice. I don't think it made the most sense. I feel like you would definitely take your eye off of the ball if you were to do that. But if it works for some people, then so be it. But for me personally, it wouldn't be good advice. But ultimately, he learns that in anything you do, there is job satisfaction. As long as you try hard and dedicate yourself to something and put the effort in, you can have job satisfaction. And I think that's something that is true in pretty much every profession, even if you hate the nature of the work. As long as you give it your best, you know it's a job well done. And I really like the whole newspaper aspect, and there's some good information on how to craft a good story and how to share a good narrative, and all about, getting that opening sentence spot on, because it really, really matters to hook the reader in. Binky Wrestles with a Story is an episode that definitely appealed to me. There are some decent lessons in here, but to be honest, I feel like it's not going to be an episode for everybody. But I thought it was a decent enough start to the 25th season. The 24th season was by and large appalling, so I'm really nervous for this season. But so far, things are good, and Binky Wrestles with a Story was definitely not too bad at all.